Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Parliament sessions are usually meant for debates, discussions, and legislations. The Prime Minister himself had once said that there can be disagreements, but discussion keeps the country going and growing. Wise words that no political party, including his own, wants to follow today. So all we have seen in the last 5 days of the monsoon session is disruptions, ruckus, sloganeering, and ego battles. Today was pretty much the same, with one difference. The opposition has now sought a no-confidence motion against the government. And the government, confident in its numbers, has agreed. Speaking of numbers, what do they look like? This is how they are stacked in the Lok Sabha right now. India, the united opposition of 26 parties, has 144 members in the Lok Sabha, and the NDA has 331. The majority mark in the Lok Sabha is 272, and the BJP alone has 303, which means the government is completely and absolutely safe. Now, even if the BRS, Y.S. Jagan Reddy's YSRCP and Naveen Patnaik's BJD, who have a combined strength of, say, 70, back the India-sponsored no-confidence motion, the anti-NDA front will still be 58 short of the majority mark, which means the government is absolutely safe under any circumstances. Gaurav Gogoi of the Congress will move the no-confidence motion against the government. Here he is, speaking in Parliament today. He's also joining us ahead on the show, but first listen to him in Parliament.
अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं निम्नलिखित प्रस्ताव के लिए सदन की अनुमति चाहता हूं। ये सभा मंत्री परिषद में विश्वास का अभाव प्रकट करती है।
मैं उन सदस्यों से जो इस प्रस्ताव की अनुमति दिए जाने के पक्ष में ये अनुरोध करता हूं, वो अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं। इस प्रस्ताव की अनुमति दी जाती है। मैं सभी दलों के नेताओं से चर्चा कर और नियमों के तहत उचित समय पर चर्चा करने की तिथि से आप सबको अवगत करा दूंगा।
In 2018, the Modi government had faced a similar no-trust motion that had been then moved by the Telugu Desam party. In 2019, the year of the election, Prime Minister Modi, which is a year later, Prime Minister Modi had mockingly told the opposition to prepare a similar no-confidence motion in 2023 as well. Essentially, to say, bring as many trust motions as you want, I will win the election. That clip from 2019 is now viral with the hashtag prediction. Take a look.
शुभकामनाएं मैं आज फिर देना चाहता हूं कि आप इतनी तैयारी करो कि 2023 में फिर से आपको अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाने का मौका मिले। और ये समर्पण भाव है, अहंकार का परिणाम है 400 से 40 हो गए, अहंकार का परिणाम है 400 से 40 हो गए, और सेवा भाव का परिणाम है कि 2 से यहां आकर के बैठ गए, 2 से निकल करके आके बैठ गए। आप कहां से कहां पहुंच गए? अरे मिलावटी दुनिया में जीना पड़ रहा है। आप कोई लंबी बात करोगे तो शोभा नहीं देगी।
The Prime Minister didn't come to Parliament today, but outside Parliament, he has already declared a third term for himself. He was today speaking at the inauguration of the new convention centre at Pragati Maidan, which will host the G20 summit. Listen in.
मैं देशवासियों को ये भी विश्वास दिलाऊंगा कि 2024 के बाद हमारे तीसरे टर्म में देश की विकास यात्रा और तेजी से बढ़ेगी। और मेरे तीसरे कार्यकाल में आप अपने सपने अपनी आंखों के सामने पूरे होते देखेंगे।
Meanwhile, in Parliament, the opposition is not just upset about the Prime Minister not speaking on Manipur on the floor of the House, they are also upset about no one else being allowed to do so. Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge has accused the government of switching off his mics every time he has gotten up to speak. Rajya Sabha Chair Jebi Mather is dismissing those charges. Take a look.
मैं पूरे अपने इश्यूज को सदन के सामने रख रहा था और जब 50 लोग अपना 267 पे दिए थे तो मुझे अगर बोलने का मौका भी नहीं मिला, ठीक है, लेकिन कम से कम जब मैं बोल रहा हूं मेरा माइक अचानक बंद करना ये मेरा प्रिविलेज है। अब उसको प्रिविलेज को धक्का मेरा अपमान हुआ है, मेरे रेस्पेक्ट को मेरे सेल्फ रेस्पेक्ट को उन्होंने चैलेंज किया है और सरकार के इशारे पे अगर सदन चला तो मैं समझूंगा साहब डेमोक्रेसी नहीं है।
Nothing will go on record.
इस सदन में जो हम चर्चा चाहते थे उसलिए हम प्राइम मिनिस्टर का स्टेटमेंट की अपेक्षा कर रहे थे, अभी भी कर रहे हैं, वही इसमें हम लोग देख रहे हैं। लेकिन अब 4-5 दिन हो गए प्राइम मिनिस्टर आ रहे नहीं और बैठे जगह इसी पार्लियामेंट में अपने ऑफिस में बैठ के सब देखते हैं, लेकिन स्टेटमेंट क्यों नहीं दे रहे और उसके वजह से हम अपने विचार आपके सामने रखने के लिए और उनके सामने रखने के लिए सभी इंडिया तैयार है, पूरे भारत इंडिया के लोग तैयार है। आप मौका नहीं दे रहे हैं, आप नहीं, सॉरी, तो सरकार मौका नहीं दे रही और सुनना भी नहीं चाहती, हमारी जो सच बात है उसको रखने भी नहीं दे रही है। इसीलिए मैं उनका जो सरकार का बिहेवियर है, सरकार किस ढंग से चल रही है, इसको प्रोटेस्ट करके हम सब लोग वॉकआउट करते हैं।
Sir, 2 incidents happened. When he was speaking, he was now and then interrupted by the leader of the House, none other than the leader of the House and other members. He was not able to convey what he wanted to. Number two, sir. Number two, sir. Number two. Number two. Number two, sir. Number two, sir. Unprecedentally, whilst the floor was given to him and when he was speaking, his mic was switched off. Sir, it really House has to be enlightened. House has to be enlightened. How it happened? Why it happened? Never has it happened in the past. That the leader of opposition's mic has been switched off, sir.
With full sense of responsibility, after getting all inputs from the deputy chairperson, a man of high caliber and integrity, there was no mic off. Once again.
So as expected, today once again the House was adjourned without much work being done. Before that though, Ami Yagnik of the Congress and Smriti Irani of the BJP clashed in what easily will be the fiercest exchange of the day. Take a look at how it played out.
Sir, I have seen the reply, but I would like to ask the minister whether his colleague women ministers are going to speak on Manipur.
It will not go on record. It will not go on record. It is indecorous conduct. It is misconduct. It is abuse of your honorable minister.
And I take strong objection to this because women ministers, women politicians have spoken not only on Manipur, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Bihar. Tell me, when will you have the guts to discuss Rajasthan? When will you have the guts to discuss Chhattisgarh? When will you have the courage to discuss what is happening in Bihar? When will you have the courage to talk about the Red Berry? When will you have the
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what politics over rapes look like. Now, amidst all the political drama, there was something else as well, and that is something that has taken the internet by the storm. A picture of Aam Aadmi Party MP Raghav Chadha being, well, pecked by a crow outside Parliament. This picture has gone viral. The BJP was quick enough to turn this slight apada for the AAP MP into Afsar. They were very prompt to take a dig at the AAP MP. They invoked a famous Hindi saying that says, "Jhoot bole kawa kaate," which essentially in English translates as, "One should not speak lies, else a crow will peck on you." The Delhi BJP captioned the picture as, and I quote, "Till today we had only heard it. Today we have seen the crow bite the liar," unquote. Now, there was something else at Parliament that grabbed eyeballs as well today. It was Sonia Gandhi's samarthan to Sanjay Singh. The AAP and the Congress, as you know, have been bitter rivals till some 10 days ago. They're now setting examples of bonhomie. So here you have Sonia Gandhi walk up to suspended AAP MP Sanjay Singh, who has been sitting outside Parliament in protest for the last 48 hours. As you take a look at the pictures, a quick chat with my guest this evening before I get Gaurav Gogoi in. Manish Bariyar is a member of the BJP joining us on the broadcast. Jebi Mather is a Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress joining us as well. Jebi, I'm starting with you. And of course, we have our favorite Neetja Chaudhary who is joining us on the broadcast. Jebi, I want to come to you first and ask you, and I ask you this question as a citizen of India, not so much as a journalist. Please help me understand what a no-confidence motion will achieve for Manipur. The government has agreed to it because they know they have the numbers. You also know that your no-confidence motion will be defeated. If the opposition says this is optics and nothing else, are they wrong?
From day one of this parliament session, in India, in one voice, the opposition in one voice has been demanding that Prime Minister should come to the Parliament and speak and give a statement. And also there should be detailed discussion and deliberation about Manipur, because that Manipur has been burning for more than 3 months now. But in spite of repeated requests, this government pays no heed. Instead, try to give a perception that it is the opposition which has been not giving the chance of a discussion, which is totally false. To any common man, it is understandable. Now, why no confidence motion? See, parliament procedures have different tools. Now, for example, in Rajya Sabha, we have been invoking 267 every day, but we asking for discussion, it doesn't happen. The corresponding section in Lok Sabha also. Now, no confidence motion, we are moving because there's a standstill of mechanism. There is absolutely the Manipur government as well as the central government have not been able to bring things under control. So we want this to take place. It's not always about numbers that matters. There are morality, there are emotions, there are important issues. As of now, the no confidence motion stands accepted. So the first thing that the speaker should be doing it, keep apart everything else and take the no confidence motion tomorrow as first thing in the Lok Sabha. And then there will be definitely a discussion on it, and followed by, after discussion, definitely the Prime Minister will have to reply. We don't understand what stops the Prime Minister from talking, from speaking about it in the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. He has been totally avoiding it. So there are different tools, there are different mechanisms in place, and we are invoking everything because we, as opposition, as Team India, we feel it is our duty to ensure that those who are accountable, they should be accountable. Where is the question of accountability in union, as far as union government and state government is concerned? They are absolutely being totally unaccountable.
Okay, Manish, just come in here. Essentially, what the opposition is saying is we simply didn't have a choice. The government doesn't want to listen to us. The government doesn't want to debate Manipur in the long format, though I do believe that the government has agreed to have a long, lengthy discussion on Manipur. Essentially, the opposition is saying we didn't have a choice. The Prime Minister refuses to speak. At the end of the day, he's the Prime Minister of this country, and he's the one who's accountable to people of this country, including people of Manipur. He needs to come and speak. So we really had no choice. Don't call this optics.
Well, I would start with yours. Just few minutes back, you said "Apta mein afsar." So I think this is a very serious situation, Manipur. Why to find "Apta mein afsar"? So I see this opposition insistence on Prime Minister making a statement. See, Home Minister is always, he's making a statement. He has said we are ready for discussion. Ma'am was telling about 267. Government is ready to discuss in 176. So it's not as if government is not ready to discuss. As you rightly said, the government is willing to discuss. Now, Council of Ministers, it's a collective responsibility. If the opposition is really serious about discussion, then it should come out and discuss. I don't think, the statement of Prime Minister, Prime Minister has made a statement outside the Parliament. Obviously, it is his prerogative. He can make a statement inside the Parliament also. But to insist that if he doesn't make a statement, we would, not get the House forward and important time with the Parliament will get wasted. I think this is something very, very unfair.
Okay, Manish, is it the Prime Minister's prerogative to make a statement on the floor of the House, or is it his duty?
See, it's a collective responsibility.
That for 85 days,
you cannot
Manipur
insist that.
Manish, give me a moment.
Absolutely.
Let me build my case. Given the fact, give me a minute. Given the fact that Manipur has burned for 85 days, in fact, last night, again, there are 2 buses of security forces that have been burned. There are protests as we speak in Manipur on the ground. 60,000 people have been displaced. 160 people have died. Is it the Prime Minister's prerogative to make a statement on the floor of the House, or is it his duty, Manish?
He has already made a statement, and I think the entire government, both at the center as well as at the state level, is at task. Now, do you not think, Shreya, that it is also important that the issue should be allowed to take its course, and right now the most important issue should be that how to control the situation at Manipur and not to further fuel it? My question would be, how many people from the opposition have been to Manipur to really, as well as, and particularly the local leaders of Congress party and other parties of India, have really gone there and tried to pacify the situation? Is it not a collective responsibility of the nation, including all the opposition parties, to really heal the entire issue? Why to rake up again and again, right? Once the situation comes under control, things are right, one can always have a discussion, and the government is not saying that we don't want to discuss. Now, you've particularly taken that word prerogative. I did not mean it that way, that it is his prerogative as such. I meant to say that Council of, it's a collective responsibility, and Home Minister, it's under him. So if Home Minister is ready to make the statement, he's making statements, I think, opposition should accept that situation, and it will be more fruitful if everybody discusses the situation, takes it, all the positive contributions, and really take it forward, how to really avoid such kind of situation. And I would extend it to the fact that it should also be West Bengal and Rajasthan, which our party has always been insisted, because the situation in West Bengal for now years has been really, really, bad and pathetic. So my question would be, why not take that into ambit? Rajasthan, some shameful incidents have also happened. So I think, if you look at, I don't think opposition is really sincere about discussion.
Manish.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Manish, the only point I'll make as a journalist, and then I'll hand it over to Jebi, is that, the BJP suddenly thinks of Rajasthan and West Bengal when
I would differ.
We are talking about Manipur specifically and what has happened in Manipur. Isn't that classic whataboutery? Just because
I would disagree.
Manipur is a state ruled by the BJP,
disagree with you.
You will not discuss
BJP
rapes there. But West Bengal and Rajasthan are opposition, so you want to discuss rapes there.
So, BJP has been, is it
no, then you should have discussed it a long time ago. Then you should have discussed it a long time ago. Not when we want to
that has
discuss
been in
Manipur.
public
Anyhow,
platform
Jebi
also.
Mather is the one who's the... Let me quickly get in Jebi Mather. Jebi Mather, one of the points, there are 2 points actually I want you to respond to. Manish says, A, that the Prime Minister has already made a statement outside Parliament. B, he says, isn't it the collective responsibility of everyone to calm down the situation in Manipur? And he's asking how many members of the Congress party, for example, have visited Manipur in these last few days to calm down the situation. Would you have any comments to make on that?
Shreya, first to the first reaction, see how I don't know how he can minimize or dilute the role of Parliament and the existence of Parliament to such level. And the BJP representative says Prime Minister has made a statement. Where has he made the statement? Now, why do we need a Parliament? Why do we need Lok Sabha? Why do we need Raj Sabha? Why do we need rules and procedures and for business and Parliament in place? If it is not for the Prime Minister to go somewhere and stand near the steps or elsewhere and make statement. It is for the Prime Minister to come to the Parliament in the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha to make the statement and bring it on record, bring the accountability, tell the people, tell the MPs, take them into confidence, tell the citizens of this country and take them into confidence. The way in which the BJP representative said, oh, the Prime Minister has made a statement, this is not an ordinary situation. This is a very extraordinary situation, and again, another thing which which has been trying by the NDA and the BJP is that try to make it like a normal situation. It is not a normal situation. It is a very, very crucial, very, very horrible and horrific and terrific incidents of violence happening in Manipur. It cannot be compared to anything else happening in any part of the country. But the projection given by them is that it should be like it's a totally as a instance. No, it is not so. This is a special circumstances, extraordinary circumstance requiring extraordinary measures, and then the BJP says, oh, we made the statement. How can they be so insensitive to people of Manipur? How can they be so insensitive to what is happening to the women in Manipur, to the young, to the old, to army in Manipur? Today we are celebrating Kargil Divas. The Swan army soldier who fought for the country in Kargil, we couldn't protect his own wife, his own family in Manipur. What are we talking about? Why is BJP and NDA and taking it so lightly? Why is it that they are becoming so emotionless?
Okay, JB.
The Prime Minister should...
Okay. Manish, just a quick point to you.
He is the Prime Minister of the country, and the Prime Minister of the country should be speaking in Parliament, not somewhere else. And on today, when Manipur is burning still, as you said in the initial stage of this show, discussion, Prime Minister is talking about 2024 and coming into power. How can he do that? He should apologize to the nation. He should be apologizing. Where is the sympathies with him? What is he doing to find the solution to this problem?
JB, let me get in Neeraja Chaudhary. Okay, Neeraja Chaudhary, I'm going to come in here, but Manish, I want to make 2 quick points. I don't want you to respond to them. I'll go to Neeraja Chaudhary with my next question, but I'll tell you how Manipur is different from West Bengal and Rajasthan. Manipur has burned for 85 days. West Bengal is not burning right now. Rajasthan is not burning right now. Perpetrators of rapes in Rajasthan and West Bengal have been arrested immediately in most cases. As far as Manipur is concerned, I don't have to tell you what the exact situation on the floor is. 2 women gang raped and killed in Imphal, FIR lodged, 85 days on, not a single arrest. In the video that went viral, there are 800 men in that video. We can see them. Yet the first arrest takes place only after the video goes viral, and till today, only 7 people have been arrested. So this whataboutery will not cut any ice, Manish. Anyhow, let me quickly get in, and you're talking about why the Congress doesn't go to Manipur and visit. Manipur voted for the BJP. Isn't it the Prime Minister's duty to go and visit Manipur and calm the situation down there? These are questions that the BJP needs to ask themselves. Neeraja Chaudhary, I quickly want to come to you and ask you what you make of this no confidence move. What is it even going to achieve? Why is why is the opposition even pushing for it when they know they're going to lose this no confidence motion?
Normally, no confidence motions are brought in rarely. And it is against, when the government is not performing at all, and there's a reasonable chance of the government being brought down. Now, why here the majority is very clear, as your numbers show. There's absolutely no chance of the government going. Therefore, why is the opposition doing it? Could it be, you see, with the no confidence motion, you will not just get 2.5 hours, which is what the government has been offering to the opposition under the rules for a discussion. The opposition says suspend the rules, everything, and go in for a urgent discussion on this issue of Manipur. So no confidence motion will be many hours. And normally the Prime Minister, unless that convention is broken, the Prime Minister replies to that debate. So the opposition may be compelling the government to agree to more than 2.5 hours of discussion, of which Manipur will be a very important part, and have the Prime Minister speak and answer the charges made and questions asked at the end of that discussion. So if that is the purpose, maybe, and the Speaker has accepted it, maybe it may turn out to be a very good thing. The opposition would have had its say, and the government would have survived. And hopefully after that, Shreya, the House will function. We're tired of din becoming the language of Parliament. The parties have to, speak up there in Parliament, pass laws, of course, hold the government to account, but have their say, to have day after day after day after din. You just sometimes I wonder whether the opposition parties are playing the government's game, because it's the government that stands to gain by not having to answer. So anyway, I hope this will happen. But one of the things that, your BJP panelists, very significant thing, if I got it right, he said, the Prime Minister can make a statement in the House also. But the problem is that the opposition is insisting and threatening that they will not let the House function unless it does so. So he doesn't want to do it under pressure. Now, if that is true, can initiatives be taken by the Prime Minister now to find a way out, by the Lok Sabha Speaker or the chair of the Rajya Sabha, but something needs to give way. Maybe a parliamentary, all party groups should go to Manipur and meet with both communities. I think something needs to give way in Parliament as well as, as far as the situation in Manipur is concerned. It's gone on for too long. This is not India of 2023 that we want. And Northeast is too important for India, not just for national security, but Northeast of India needs to know the rest of India cares about them.
You're telling me convention is that after the debate and discussion, during a no confidence motion, the Prime Minister usually responds. But there is a possibility, Neeraja Chaudhary, that convention is broken and the Prime Minister doesn't respond to the debate. In that situation, then, I think the Parliament will be a complete washout. The entire monsoon session will be a washout, because the entire idea for the opposition to ask for a no confidence motion is to get the Prime Minister to speak. Do you see that happening? The Prime Minister not responding? Do you see that happening?
I hope that doesn't happen, because, what this standoff is telling us once again, that Parliament is increasingly becoming redundant, and that is very unfortunate. There is so much bitterness actually between the two sides. I don't, we watch this helplessly as citizens. I don't know what can be done, how a way can be found.
All right. All right, we'll leave it there for the moment. Manish, thank you very much for joining us. Jebi Mather, thank you very much. Neeraja Chaudhary, always good to have you on the show. Thanks very much.